This is the furthest she's been in a Pro Billiards series in the last couple years. We've lost track of how many times she's won the national championships, Gethin. She was announced that as the 2024 winner, but I think the total that she has is about 15, believe it or not.
Wow. The engraver just must be doing it a couple of weeks in advance these days. She made a good one ball here. I've just had a look at the top of the table. The 7 is hampered by the 8 ball. It has dressed up for a combination, but the 7's going to leak to the left, so be interesting to see if she leaves that alone.
Yeah, I think she will. Try to hit it at slow speed. If she gets an angle similar to where the line that the 4 is on now, she can play the cue ball over to the right long rail and try to play the 7 in the same pocket as the 8.
Well, I did have the pleasure of commentating on one of Jasmin's matches earlier in the week, and I will say she was struggling with her break. It was fresh tables on the TV table. It just wasn't going her way, and she had to dig deep, and her in the pattern play was absolutely sublime. So she'll be looking to take advantage of any mishaps from the break with Brittany.
Yeah, it's been looking good here. As we were saying, I think she has to, well, she will have to cut the 7 into the 8, and it will be moving to the left off the 8, just finding a way to get the cue ball over safely.
Yeah, players on the shot clock. You'll hear a few beeps now and again. We have table 2 next to us as well. Players do have the opportunity to call 1 extension per rack.
Pretty good angle here. If anything, not quite enough angle, but she will be able to move the cue ball off the right long rail and back. She's drawing at this. Nicely played. Just decided to keep the cue ball on this side, and good clean out here for Jasmin. Little wrong angled here, Gethin. She can still get up to the 9. Just to power up a bit.
Yeah, avoids the 9. And now just focusing on bringing the cue ball back up to this end of the table where she is now.
Yeah, tricky shot here. Too much angle to draw. She can go around 3 rails, but using the bridge. Always tough to power up when you're using the bridge like this.
We have seen Jasmin in earlier matches not really minding playing for the long shot.
Just missed it.
And she felt she needed to come all the way down, and yeah. Bryant back to the table, and this would be a lovely opportunity to get on the board first.
Yeah, I'm going to have to power up with some draw here. Not the easiest opener. Considering the level that she's played at, I expect her to get it. Nicely played. Fit on the 10 here, but safe moving up the middle of the table. The cue ball.
Oh, she's made it. And, well, from both players having long, straightish shots for their open table opening shots, Jasmin wasn't able to take advantage with this miss on the 9. And Brittany Bryant gets off to the best possible start in this race to 4 opening set. And while we just take a look at the statistics, you may have heard Derek Cox mention our other semi-final is underway over on table 2. That's Xiaofang Fu taking on Kristina Zlateva. That's going to be an interesting matchup. Kristina and Xiaofang have come through some very tough matches to get to this semi-final, both playing very strong. It's quite difficult to pick at the moment. You'd have to say on paper, Jasmin may have the upper edge over the other 3, but the way Brittany's been playing, and obviously going on earlier form with her being defeated by Brittany in the winner's qualification, there's a great opportunity here to see a Canadian in the final.
Got the 1 down, and the 2's going to dress up. Let's see if the 3 passes the 4 here. It's tight.
Good contact and promising signs if she's able to get regular with that 1 ball in the side pocket from the cut break.
Yeah, 3's not going to pass the 4, and I don't believe the 3's going to pass the 9, but she has some kind of plan pretty quickly here. Just a safe, nothing on position for the 3. Good one. Multiple rails now for Jasmin. Maybe 1 rail off the short rail is the only escape.
Yeah, it's quite a useful shot, and the 7 and the 5 very close. Looking at the 1 rail.
Shot. The only way to cover that one. Hit it nicely.
Yeah, they're always a little bit scary coming into them, a bit softer. But good full ball hit on the 2. And Jasmin returning the favour with cover, using that cluster of balls.
Take this one, Geffen.
Oh.
3 doesn't pass the 9, but another chance for Brittany to gain the advantage here in this rack.
It just catches the center pocket. I saw one leak into the pocket on that sort of angle in the final of the mixed doubles yesterday with Sosoa. This time, the cue ball stays up, and if it passes the 9,
that was a good try. She was trying to cover it with the 5, but I believe she has left it. It's tight, Geffen. Jasmin right down the line. Looks like she does have it here. Clear if the 4 passes the 10. If it does, this is a possible run-out chance here for Jasmin. Got it.
Yeah, I think that was a bit tighter than we all thought. Looks like she's got away with it, covering with the 10. Maybe a thin edge of it.
Yeah, not much happening off that edge, so Brittany's He's going to try to go through the 4-10 here and kick the 3 in. Just off.
And that's left a very thin cut on if Jasmin wants to go on the offense here. Don't think she'll be taking that on.
Oh, just going to catch the windows. 3 going to stand up. Not quite, but another chance for Brittany here.
Yeah, good exchange of safety play here. Bryant not just getting out of them, on one occasion making the pot as well. This time she does have a look at the 3.
Ball's past the side, so Brittany's safe on not leaving anything. It was tough to swing the cue ball wide enough behind the 8 there. She had a good try at it.
Yeah, it wasn't far away at all. And as you mentioned, that 3's leaked past the side pocket. I'm not too sure that she's able to take this on to the bottom right either, so continuing very likely with safety.
Speed there from Jasmin. Guaranteed hit from Brittany coming up, but not easy to get this one safe. Brittany runs a memorial tournament every year in memorial of her father who passed away a couple years ago. They raised over $10,000 last year to support junior players traveling internationally.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a highly attended tournament. It fills out at 128 players every year. Member of the CBSA board, the Canadian National Board. Does a lot. Great ambassador for Q Sports in Canada. Sponsored by Predator and Gemma.
Ooh, was looking to catch the top edge of the 3. I like the way she was playing that to try and get distance between them. There was just such a danger of leaving both balls at the top of the table with no cover. It hasn't worked out. Ball in hand, Jasmin.
Chance to level the score here. Nothing really advanced for position. Gonna have to come across table from the 6 to the 7. Going a little too far up table here. Might have to take the cue ball all the way to the short rail and back. That'll be okay. Middle of the table open. Straight enough to roll it in.
Looking to bring across for the 7 and 8 in the same pocket. Very methodical, has picked the angle she wants on this 8. May look to do very little with the cue ball here.
Just trying to think how many times Jasmin's actually won a Pro Billiard Series event. She's near the end almost every tournament, but I believe it's got to be less than 3 overall wins. history of the tour. Let me have a look here, actually.
Well, as you mentioned, Eric, she does tend to go very deep in the tournaments and is the reigning world 8-ball champion, looking to add 10-ball to that one. Her brother is the defending champion in the world men's 8-ball, and he's in the semi-finals, so it could be Ouschan here today.
Yeah, what a crazy match Albin had with Jason yesterday. Jason missing the 8 to win the match. He only had about half, 3/4 pocket on the 8. Kind of risked the run out to play it in. Got a little off angle and caught the ball on the way through.
It was incredible. So if anyone gets to watch that one back on Pro Billiard TV, one of the ending games from yesterday before the mixed doubles final, there was some highlight shots in there which I'm sure will be going viral around the internet today. There was some great shots, Eric. Now, bringing it back to this semi-final, one apiece. You'll get to see Jasmin break. Brittany getting benefits from hers, just not reflected in that last score. And you see the statistics, the live stats coming up. They'll start to fill up as this match progresses, and we may be able to glean a few highlights from there. So far, Jasmin getting the better of the offense, but the scoreline locked at one apiece. Not a match left here. 64 players down to these 4. Brittany, Jasmin, Xiaofang Fu and Kristina Zlateva battling it out this morning. And following on from this match, we will move into the semi-finals of the Yalin WPA Men's World 8-Ball Championship. And the 2 matches there, FSR taking on Albin Ouschan, who we were just mentioning, and Aloysius Yap taking on Victor Zelensky. Both of them matches I'm very much looking forward to, as I was this one. Jasmin to break, tied at one apiece in the opening set.
Good power, cut break. Good action on the rack, but nothing down. Yeah, would you believe it? I look back a couple years and I don't see Jasmin as a winner of a Pro Billiard Series event. I mean, there hasn't been that many. There's been about maybe 8 or so. But she's dominant in many other formats, has won many WPBA tournaments, multiple-time world champion. I want to misspeak here, but I want to say she's looking for her first Pro Billiard Series title.
Well, it would be very interesting if that is the case. I am racking my brain as well, Eric, but that doesn't really mean too much at times. Now, that looked like being a very nice shot from Brittany there, but the cue ball's just leaked out a little bit. The 1 ball is safe. That 2 may be in the way. No. So she doesn't have a line through. I heard a call. I heard a call, Eric. Did you?
Maybe bottom right. If she goes off the right side here, she's in big danger of running the cue ball into the 10. She knows it. Oh, that's a creative shot.
Whoa.
It's not quite going to line up, but good thought there from Jasmin. Brittany's got a chance to get her in a bad spot here.
Ooh, the 1 just took a clip on that 2 ball, Eric. Still think she's got cover. Jasmin bringing a jump stick with her just in case.
Yeah, I would have had her a little worse spot if the 1 didn't run into the 2, but still jumping situation here for Jasmin. No pocket for the 1 to go.
That's going to come back down at the same end of the table as the cue ball. Has she got cover with the 9? I'm not too sure from this camera angle. It doesn't look so, Eric.
Yeah, at least a half pocket there for Brittany, maybe 3/4 pocket, and she's going to try to develop the 2 along the right long rail. Just opened it up.
Made good contact. Looks like she'll need to go into the long rail and back out off this 2 ball with the angle she's got, but it looks like it passes the 9.
Yeah, another 3/4 pocket here. Yeah, it was tough to hold that one. I mean, a back cut, 7 ball played big coming across. She is able to stay on offense here. Been one for Bryant now.
And one thing I like about this position, Eric, is that it's natural to come back across for the 4. Just needs to focus on the pot.
Playing the thick part of the pocket nicely to slow the cue ball down. 7's going to have to be managed. A little far away from the 8 to be a high percentage combo.
Yeah, good spot, Eric. That looks like it'll be key ball. I'm not sure if the 6 passes the 10 either. But where the 5 is, a lot easier to choose your spot. And from what I've been hearing around the arena, this is exactly what's got Brittany to this semi-final. Real solid play when at the table. Doesn't seem rushed.
And she has a ton of experience. She has results on AZ Billiards going back to 2006. Former World Junior Champion.
Oh, that'll work.
Many, many high finishes on the WPBA Tour.
So the Canadian bombshell, a well-deserved mantle. Yeah, the beep just as she addressed the cue ball. Straight back up. Good to see.
Little off there. See if the 7 ball is going to come to her rescue, and it has. Bit of a roll here mid-set, first set.
I thought she was going to jump. She's elected against it. Playing long rail onto the 6. Cross table. Will make contact, Eric. And has left the 6 in a nice position to attack, but still needs to do a bit of work to get on the 7.
Yeah, this one's tougher than it looks. Power up coming here from Brittany. Into 4 and an 1/8 inch pockets. Has to get the draw angle right coming back across.
Yeah, she hit it thick. just making sure she can get enough into it to avoid the centre pocket. And now, this doesn't look that easy to get on the 7 either here, where the cue ball is dressed up against the rail.
Yeah, position of the 7 playing havoc for both players here.
Oh. That is the best she could have done to freeze the cue ball. And now has this long 7. Seemed to think about it for a while, Eric. But that 7 ball dropped.
Looked thin from the beginning there, but she caught the outside of the pocket. Speed helped her on that one.
Yeah, now the simplest of 9 and 10s, you'd have to say, for Jasmin. And this would be to get into the lead for the first time in this match. And she does take that 10 ball to take the lead. And we'll get the break. But Eric, last break was a dry break. Be interesting to see if she sticks with the plan or changes it somewhat. A little update from our other semi-final. Xiaofang Fu from China, currently 2-1 up in their opening set against Kristina Zlateva. And the Bulgarian has played fantastically well to get to this semi-final. I fancy that match being a very tightly fought contest as well. As you can see from the live statistics, break success, 50% for Brittany. 1 break for Jasmin was not successful. I do like our live stats if you want to keep your eye on them and on table 2 as they're happening. Please do visit probilliardseries.com. If you just scroll down a little, you'll see live stats from our stat mad Michael Salmon. Jasmin Ouschan to break, leading 2-1 in the second set race to 4.
Good square hit. Not going to get one. Is the 1 going to line up at the 5? No, but for a safe chance for Bryant here.
Yeah, that 1 ball coming high of the side pocket. Sometimes it can come back across into the top left, but that was not going to be the case here. And as you mentioned, Eric, it didn't dress up against the 5 for the combination. Looking for cover. The 2 and the 7 are looking quite big. Is that enough?
She's left a thin right edge. Jasmin's going to have to avoid the 5, playing off that edge if she does have it. Doesn't have it, so big situation here for Jasmin. Standard kick save, trying to hit the bottom half of the ball and get the cue ball playing towards the 3. Shot. Jump scenario for Bryant.
Yeah, it looks like she only needs to go over the edge of the blue 2, which will make that a little bit easier if she were to take on.
Yeah, 2 railers blocked by the 4-10, so gonna take a shot at jumping this one in here.
was just at the edge of her range for the jump shot. She's made it lovely over the 2, and more importantly has made the 1. How's position for the 2?
Right in the heart of the pocket, and as you mentioned, nice position as well, drawing the cue ball back.
That has turned it into a very nice opportunity. My only fear is she's a little straight on the 3 here to get to the 4. If she's got a bit of an angle, she may be able to push this forward. Short rail, long rail. Derek.
Yeah, nicely played. Gonna have to stun in and out of the corner pocket here. Touchy shot, elevated.
On the buzzer. Where's the cue ball going? Ooh, Eric. I'm not too sure if she's just overclocked that because the shot clock was ticking, but made the great pot.
Yeah, I didn't mind the choice actually, because it was gonna be tough to get straight enough on the 5. Slightly unlucky catching the corner pocket, trying to go play a bit below it. But a big break here for Jasmin in the first set, and likely to be on the hill now. Eyeballs covering a big area of where she wants to be for the 7. A little bit risky to draw right over it. Could play the corner if she wants to avoid the 9. Gonna come around 3 rails for the 8 now. 8's a decent distance from the rail. Should be able to get around it.
Yeah. All about pace, but yeah. After that wonderful jump shot from Brittany, it's a shame that she wasn't able to take advantage of that. This rack's still not over, but it's looking quite attractive for the Austrian here.
Yeah, smart shot there from Jasmin, checking the cue ball, avoiding the 8 altogether. Jasmin's looking good, Gethin.
Yeah, I agree. This is the strongest I've seen her come out the blocks. However, got to get that break working, Eric. You feel in this winner breaks format, if she were to come up against a Brittany with the break and getting good spreads, she could find this match a little bit tougher than the scoreline is currently suggesting. Takes a 3-1 lead in this race to 4, finds herself on the hill. Bring you a little update from our other semi-final that's underway right now. And that still seems to be locked at 2-1 in the favour of Xiaofang Fu, who's taking on Kristina Zlateva. And for our viewers wondering how the rest of finals day will pan out, well, up next we'll have the Yalin WPA Men's World 8-Ball Championship semi-finals. FSR takes on Jasmin's brother and defending champion Albin Ouschan. Aloysius Yap will be taking on Victor Zielinski. And then at 3:30 local time, we will move into the finals of this women's event. And 5:30 will be men's finals and presentations to follow. So a lot of action today. And everyone busy telling all their friends what they're up to. Jasmin Ouschan breaking with the opportunity to take this opening set in, well, the score would suggest a comfortable fashion. I wouldn't necessarily say the momentum of play has.
Ball down this time. No shot on the 1, but she's able to get the cue ball behind the 3 here if she chooses. Gotta be careful not to bank the 1 cross side on that play.
Yeah, may try and lock it behind the 3.
Yeah, just worried about the 1 banking in, so smart shot there. She's got full coverage here.
This has been one of the strengths, as I mentioned, when she's at the table in open play. If she doesn't feel it's on, she can put in real good safeties and ask good questions from her opponent. You have to say, Brittany Bryant has been answering very, very well so far. I think she's only been drawn the 1 foul from safety play. And that might turn out very nicely for her here, Eric, as well.
It has, and this is even a tough one to hit. Only a half ball coming off the short rail. She does have the left long rail, maybe, between the 2/8. Not much there, just a half ball off the short rail.
Oh, she's aiming for half a ball here. 1 rail. Very small chance if she's able to catch it thick without contact in the 10 first that the cue ball may dress up behind the 7, but a rail will need to be hit, so this is a tricky shot for Jasmin here.
Perfectly executed.
Cue ball.
Wow. And called it in as well, Gethin.
Absolutely. Look at the side she loaded up with as well. That is up there with the best of them. You have to say a little fortunate that the cue ball didn't drop. But that doesn't take anything away from how special that shot was. Has shape on the 2. It was difficult to get anything better on the 3. You have to be careful running into the 5 if she takes this 3 on to the, well, it's bottom left from the overhead angle, top left. Of the table.
I think she can avoid it on the thin side. Percent riding here. Nicely played.
Ooh. Now, good position on the 6 from this 5, which is nestled in the top right corner pocket. And yeah, as you mentioned, opening set on the line.
It's tough to hit that one thin enough and still keep it on the right side. Let's have a shot at the 6 here. Cue ball's running into the 8 on the follow. Might have to stun between the short rail and the corner pocket. Well played again. This is close to a flawless first set from Jasmin. Going to be up over in the 900 player overall performance of these last 4 balls go down.
Yeah, I'm trying to reflect back. I think the only real mistake was in the opening set. At the opening rack, sorry. This is what you would and should expect at this level. And it will certainly ask a question of Brittany if she were able to take this opening set. Like we mentioned before, Brittany did beat Jasmin in the winner's qualification and put Jasmin into the loser's side, which did give her a couple more matches of play to get to this point. Brittany unbeaten so far.
Yeah, just had the one misfire on the 6-ball mid-set. Scratched on position going to the 5. The only real 2 mistakes for Brittany.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Was it Jasmin with the bridge? 9-ball? Power?
In the first game, yeah, so pretty error-free here. Jasmin coming out with the edge. She's got the first set down.
And our young ladies will take a short moment for respite between the sets. And we will leave you with the live statistics. Myself, Gethin Davis, Eric Horlifson. We'll just take a short moment with the players and we'll be back very shortly for set 2 action. Don't go anywhere. And a very warm welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the semi-final here at the Seyberts Women's 10-Ball Open. The opening set in favour of Jasmin Ouschan, 4-1, and she will break to get our second set into action. Our referee, Coco. My name's Gethin Davis, and joining me back in the box, Eric Horlifson. Welcome back, Eric.
Yeah, strong first set from Jasmin. See if she can keep it going here. 33% on break success in rack number 1. She's hitting them well. Just not quite getting the results. Nothing down again.
No. Another dry break. An opportunity for Brittany. What can she see of the 1? And it looks like the cue ball's a little bit hampered on the 10 as well. A little update from our other table. Kristina Zlateva is getting back into this first set for the other semi-final. She now trails 3-2 to Xiaofang Fu. Xiaofang on the hill in that opening set.
Yeah, both those players looking for their first Pro Billiards Series title. We're going to have a new champion this week. $27,000 to the winner.
Looking for the 5 to bring cover. Did the 7 take the energy out of the cue ball? Maybe still an edge of the 1. And yeah, $27,000 for the winner. For making the semi-finals, a pretty penny. $7,875. A $90,000 prize pot for this Seyberts Women's 10-Ball Open. Just having a look. Maybe she'd be able to hit this full in the face. No. Ooh. And the contact on the 5, a big no-no, Eric.
Yeah, she's left it here. Brittany's going to have some tight cue ball position again. Coming around 2 rails. Going to have to leave distance on the 2. Nothing on the 3, but she'll try to make progression towards the 3 and be the first one playing safe. Gonna have to hit the window here, Gethin. Don't think she has.
No, maybe the rail first option is still available. Looks like it is, but it's going to be very difficult to do anything with the cue ball, especially where that 3 is situated. It wasn't far away, but I like the pace she's played it at. May have left the bank on. Not too sure how high the 6 is sticking off the short rail there.
Yeah, I think she's blocked on the bank, but Jasmin can get the cue ball behind the 10 here. Ran into it. Another half chance for Bryant.
Smirk and a shake of the head on Jasmin's face. Cool.
Yeah, just safe here for Brittany, trying to involve the 5-9. And all the way up table.
Oh, it leaked through the 10 and the 3. Found the window.
Yeah, for all of aspiring players, Jasmin has a great YouTube channel. Very thorough and covers a lot of wide range of topics.
And also, Eric, a very accomplished dancer. She won their national dance TV show, Strictly Come Dancing, I believe, or a similar name.
So You Think You Can Dance? Yeah, that's the American version. Yeah, I forgot that. She won the show. I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah. So, multi-talented. But this, I'm sure, her first passion. And that could be very nice for Brittany. I love the way she aimed for the 5 with the 2 to take the energy out of the ball. That's worked out very well.
Sure, 3 rails here for Ouschan. I like the multi-rail option here.
Yeah. I preferred the 2 rail purely because just an edge on the 2, and the cue ball should come back up this end of the table. Maybe even bring the 9 into cover, but... Oh, needed to catch it on the way towards the long rail. That will be a foul. No rail hit after contact. Coco straight on it.
Brian just really hasn't had anything easy. Another tight cue ball position here.
Nice view of Jasmin's bridge to avoid any contact on the 10 ball. And Brittany just looking to turn that screw a little bit tighter. She's not happy. I believe that's just with the position of the cue ball. She wanted it locked. It's left a 1 rail stroke 2 rail escape now.
Yeah, too tough to get good on the 3 there. Brittany's still in an advantage position here. Jasmin gonna have a chance to turn the tide. Nicely played, but it's gonna need a shot.
Ooh. Is that too thin an angle to aim into the 3? Probably.
I think it is. A lot of traffic coming back towards the 3. If she comes back 2 short rails. Another safe here for Bryant. Three ball's badly tied up now.
Yeah, that makes taking on this 2 ball a little worthless unless Jasmin can find anything with that 3-10 cluster. I've got a sneaking suspicion she'll be looking to get good safety here and put Brittany in trouble. I was about to say, if there's enough of a gap between the 6 and the rail, we may see the jump stick coming out.
Yeah, she's made 1 in the match so far.
No, it was quite close to the 4. Needed a lot of elevation. That 3 still in its tricky situation. One thing we haven't brought up yet, Eric, there is the possibility of going for 3 fouls in this 10-ball event.
Yeah, and if there was ever a spot to do it, this would be it. Doesn't want to have left the short rail, and I believe she has.
Yeah, that little smirk would suggest she has. Brittany may try and take this blue 2 on.
Second foul for Bryant now.
Yeah, good point, Eric. Really an unforced one. There was a lot of opportunity to contact the blue 2. I'm just guessing that she didn't want to leave it hanging on the corner pocket. That looked like she was looking for the thinnest of edges.
Yeah, these are real simple safes that come up, but they're powerful if she's able to take away the short rail.
Oh, oh. Yeah, she didn't want that ball coming through. I think she wanted to make contact with the 5 ball. But still got cover on that blue 2.
Yeah, must hit here for Brittany, but likely to get out of it. Three foul averted.
Yeah, and good pace. May find herself back in trouble again, but hasn't left the pot, more importantly. Although, as you can see at the bottom of the screen there, the 3-10 cluster is still lurking over both players' shoulders. Oh. Oh. That might be a window, Eric.
Looks like she's covered it, and the kicks are tough. Might be forced to play a long-distance swerve here. This is creative, off 2 rails, around the 7. Good contact.
Beautiful shot. Will be a shame if she doesn't get cover with the cue ball. She hasn't. And Eric, looks like there's an opportunity to maybe run the cue ball into the 3-10 here.
Yeah, unfortunate result for Bryant there. Jasmin is going to go on offense, and I think likely she's going to try to go into the 3. Balls opened up. No offense for Jasmin here, but a high percentage safe coming.
Yeah, it was always going to be difficult to be left something on the 3 coming at it so flat. 2 shots on here for her, depending which way she wants the cue ball to travel. Top of the table, it is. That's not good enough.
Yeah, just found a window here. Bryant can try to take the cue ball near the 7, 8, 10. Another window.
Yeah. Did look rather nice the way the cue ball sort of just checked and slowed down, but not enough. As you can see from this angle, the 9 not coming to the rescue.
Tough here for Jasmin. She's cutting the 3 near the pocket. Needs to find cover up table. Got into the 6. Nice play.
Oh, cue ball resting on the short rail, which makes cueing so tricky for Brittany here. Does have an edge of it though. Wants to be careful. If she doesn't get cover, then that 3 doesn't track towards the corner pocket and stay open.
Great thin contact from Bryant. Couldn't hit it any better there.
That was beautiful, Eric. Don't underestimate how tricky that was. Full length of the table with the 1 ball locked on the short rail. Not too sure how much of this long rail Jasmin can see. She may look to go on the attacking option here. She did. And that might hold up for the 4 in the side.
Yeah, long safe battle on the 2 and the 3 here. But Jasmin coming up with the edge. She's straight in now. Bit of cue ball movement from 6 to 7, but lots of room over on the left side of the table. How are we doing in the other semifinal, Gethin? For set likely over?
Yes, it is. It is indeed. In fact, Kristina Zlateva brought it back to 3 apiece in their opening set. However, Xiaofang Fu, who had the advantage for quite a lot of it, did pip at the end, took the opening set 4-3. And they're moving into their second set now. Perfect timing that was, Eric. Thank you very much. Yeah, looking rather nice for Jasmin. This has been a long opening rack to this second set, mainly down to a very ugly 3-10 cluster. We've seen a good back and forth with the safety battles. And it looks like Jasmin getting the better of it. Looking quite rudimentary from here, in fairness.
Be on the proper side of the 9 here, and she barely is. Just have to leave a little more distance on the 10. Looking at if she can cheat the left side of the pocket here and get a little closer.
As we were talking about, Eric, not many errors from Jasmin. Maybe a couple in the safety battles, but not being punished. And this to get the second set off to the best possible start and pushing on from her 4-1 opening set. Jasmin Ouschan starts to put a bit more pressure on her Canadian opponent, Brittany Bryant. And as we were mentioning, Xiaofang Fu on our other table has taken the opening set against Kristina Zlateva. Now moving into their second set. And following on from this match, we will move over to the Yalin WPA Men's World 8-Ball Championships. And the semi-finals will be kicking off there with Francisco Sanchez Ruiz taking on Albin Ouschan, the defending champion. And on the other semi-final, Aloysius Yap taking on Victor Zelensky. So a lot more action coming up. We will finish after that with the finals of both women's and men's. It's going to be non-stop finals action today. A little look at the statistics as we take the opening rack of this second set. And well, it was all safeties in that one.
Yeah, pretty clean match. Yes, been playing well. Grinding it out when she needs to. Not many errors on the... She does get an edge. 4 balls down this time, and the 1 ball is going to be over the corner. Two's tied up with the 9, though.
Yeah. I think both balls she's made from her breaks have been up in the top of the table. But her face when she saw the 2 ball dress up against the 9, well, wondering, can she pop the cue ball up that direction?
Yeah, she'd have to go rail first with draw. If she ends up getting underneath the 2, there will be safe options. So it'd be an aggressive breakout try, but she could. Similar play, rail first, just not risking running into it.
Yeah, that looks like there's enough gap behind the 9 to push the 2 through. Would be delicate going that route.
Yeah, I think she might be forced to play the cue ball behind the 3 here.
Little too hard, looking to make sure that that 2 ball trapped down the table enough. It has gone quite close to the short rail, but cue ball in the open for Brittany here.
Too thick on the 2. Jasmin has a chance to put her in a bad spot here. Could get aggressive and try the combo. A lot happening though, tough to control the 2. Looks like she is going to go at it. 2 can play down to the bottom right. Might be able to draw the cue ball to the right of the 6 and try to get it down table as well. Oh, I didn't see it hit in the 8. That's a great shot. That was a planned shot there, Gethin. Very nice.
Yeah, that was very, very nicely done, Eric. Really opened this pattern up for her now. And she's just looking after that opening rack, which was a little bit gritty for both players. She just looks like she's dialing in and maybe picking up another gear even. Again, just wants to finish a little bit higher on this 6. Natural for the cue ball down to the 8. That will do.
Yeah, choice of short side or drawing it back across the 10. There's enough room on the short side. Looking in between it, a little surprised on that.
Yeah, draw past the 10. And another draw off the short rail. Would ideally like to be straight on the 9, just to draw back for the 10. Although centre table will still work.
Yeah, Brian's just going to have to find a way to put Jasmin in tougher spots here. Really hasn't had an open look at a run out in a long time.
No, the last one was a really tricky one, which needed very careful manoeuvring of the cue ball. It wasn't to be. But Jasmin seems to have pushed on from her 3 in a row in the opening set and is running away with this second set with the opening 2 racks. And get herself a little closer to this final spot. And Brittany, as you mentioned, Eric, she's just going to need to get her feet under the table somewhat. Let's just have a look what's happening on the other table. It looks like the other semi-final, they did take a small timeout before the start rather of their second set. As I mentioned, Xiaofang taking that opener 4-3. And yeah, just having a look at the statistics here, Eric. 50% break success now for Jasmin in the second. It's starting to go a little bit more her way, and successful breaks normally mean points on the board for her.
Yeah, very low in the missed shots category. Score a little lopsided for, if you take a look at the stats, you wouldn't expect them to have that much distance between them. But Jasmin just finding a way to hang in. Kind of getting the extra little safe in at the end.
Well, in these short races, Eric, it just takes a couple of turns and a couple of break and runs. You can find yourself back in a healthy position. So certainly by no means over for Brittany. She's going to be looking for a mistake from Jasmin. Will it be from the break?
Gonna get a chance here. The pocket on the 1.
Not a bad spread of the balls either, Eric. Position for the 2. It's going to be key for Brittany here.
Yeah, she's gonna have to power stun to the right long rail. Great shot after not coming up in an offensive position for a bunch of racks. She's on her way here in rack number 3.
Yep. That looked and sounded very nice. And this is what I was saying before. She looks very threatening in open play. Up against a tough opponent when it comes to the safety game. She does look very fine-tuned when it comes to pattern play.
Doesn't want to be running into the point here with the cue ball. I think she's just straight enough that she can get past through the side.
Yeah, nicely done. Good run through for the 6. And really good position on the 7 here. And this will be the best response that Brittany could have made from Jasmin's dry break.
Shot there. Wisely recognizing that running past the 10 could have played the cue ball behind the 9, so just accepting a little more distance. Got a little unlucky finishing over top of the 10 here. tough. Just got over top of the 10, made the queuing a lot tougher. And this is a big break for Jasmin in the second set. Really looking to pour it on. She's won 6 games in a row at this point.
Yeah, the queuing over the 10, coupled with needing just to hold the cue ball, brought that miss in, and more importantly, Jasmin back to the table. And this is a great opportunity now for the Austrian to get one step closer to the final and get herself on the hill in this second set.
Brian coming with a ton of experience, just not quite as much experience at the end of tournaments, and there's no way around it. You'd have to be a very special player to feel 100% comfortable in these spots. And not that she's played badly at all, but just tough to really bring out your A-plus game when you haven't been there as often.
No, that's a great point, Eric. Reflected by the fact that Brittany put Jasmin into the losers side in the winners qualification stage, so that wasn't on one of our TV tables. So maybe just a different environment as well, and like you said, it's very difficult to get comfortable in these situations unless you've been here many times before. This 10 ball to put herself on the double hill, and will put Brittany Bryant in a position, a must-win position. Jasmin Ouschan, with a round of applause from the crowd, must feel in pole position now, with breaking in this second set, 4th rack, potentially breaking for the match. Play is back underway in our other semi-final over on table 2, also being streamed to you live and free from Pro Billiard TV. And Xiaofang Fu has again got off to the best start, taking... Oh, no. That is incorrect, Eric. Kristina Zlateva has flashed the first point on the board in the second set. So, certainly warming up over there. And, well, Eric, I really had some high hopes for Brittany, still do. I think there's still more of a match to be made from this, but her opportunities are not going to be as plentiful as they may have been at the start of this match.
Yeah, I'm going to have to start coming with it immediately here. Jasmin doesn't have a break-in run in this set so far, so should feel confident to get to the table here in 4th rack of the second set.
Jasmin Ouschan, the reigning world 8-ball champion, to the table to break, leading 3-0 in the second set, breaking for the match.
Power cut break, nothing down. So one more chance for Brian here. Thin one to start, but keep on moving naturally towards the 2.
Big opening shot, Eric. Cue ball on the long rail. 1 ball on the short rail. Oh, it's a little gap. My apologies.
Good opener, and nicely on the 2 here. Take a little power to get off the right long rail.
Well, we know she's not short of power. She's played some fantastic power shots in this match so far. Caught that one a bit thick.
Yeah, and she's left her blocked on the 3, but going to be put back in immediately. I like the jump here. Little thin to jump right in the pocket. But I think could develop something. Even banking it up table off the jump. Going to try to kick this one in.
With contact on the 3, if she doesn't make the pot, there's a very good chance that the cue ball's going to come up the top of the table and yield rewards in the safety department. But this is a tough two-railer here.
Lucky to not go off in the corner there. Jasmin has a long look at the 3. Position definitely tough. Safes are tough as well. I have the slightest thought at offense here.
Extension.
You'll have to say the scoreline would suggest offense would not be a bad opportunity. Of course, you don't want to gift your opponent with an opportunity, but Jasmin calling this in the top right pocket. Made it clean. Where's the cue ball going? Oh dear.
Yeah, tough spot here. Too close to jump. It's possible on a jump, but gonna have to elevate it way up in the air.
We just heard from Coco. Jasmin has called this 4 in the bottom left corner, going over the edge of the 6. Big distance for the cue ball to travel here.
Just got away with it. Everything going Jasmin's way now.
Yeah, raise of the hand, Eric. Jasmin realized straight away. She got away with it.
Can play the 4 along the short rail here. So thick, gonna leave distance, but a chance at the match win now for Jasmin.
This is a great opportunity for Jasmin. And just to let everyone know, on paper, it should be 30 minutes from now starting the Men's World 8-Ball Championship semi-finals. Maybe a small delay if the match takes a little longer on our other table. But please do keep your eye on the stream and set your notifications. She's finished nice on the 5 here, Eric.
Yeah, things looking good for Jasmin. Good tournament from Brittany. Beat 3 world-class players along her way to the semifinal. Defeated Ouschan earlier in the tournament. Also beat Xiaofang Liu, Chihiro Kawahara. Deepest finish from a Canadian in a major tournament.
Oh, it's been fantastic watching her journey through this tournament. I think you and I maybe were commentating on the match next door to her, and we had a little chat about the background of Brittany, and in short, I kept a close eye on her, and as you mentioned, that win against Xiaofang Liu I mean, they are massive notches to have in your belt and should fill her with utmost confidence for future PBS events.
Absolutely. She'll be back. And we're going to have to check on that statement that I made earlier about Jasmin not winning a Pro Billiard Series yet, but I really didn't see it. Oh, she's missed the 8 out of nowhere. And gonna get a roll again. Brian gonna have to jump at this, but this one not over now.
Wow. Wow. Wowee. Well, I'm just having a look, Eric. If the internet is to be believed, it says that Jasmin did win the 2026 Turkish Open, defeating Miriam Steiner in the final.
Okay, so yeah, a Euro Tour kind of, but like a
Yeah.
Pro Billiard Series major.
Yeah, that's what it's bringing up under PBS, so I think you might be on the money there.
Yeah, she has many Euro Tour victories, and it's just she's won so many tournaments over the course of her career. It's hard to believe that she hasn't won one of these, but I think it's possible. But Brian's still in it here. Gonna get her first game on the board after losing 7 in a row.
And we'll get the break. She hasn't had many breaks as of yet, but in the opening set of the 2 she had, she did make balls off one of them. So it could start moving in the right direction, and it's going to take little moments like that to influence a shift in momentum. And we'll just bring you updated with our other semi-final over on table 2. Xiaofang Fu has brought the second game back to 1 apiece in the second set, but she does lead 1-0. And as I mentioned, Men's World 8-Ball Championship semi-finals coming up after this. And then throughout today, we will move on to the women's final. All brought to you live, free, with commentary on Pro Billiard TV. If you're enjoying it, please do like, share and subscribe. We have a big team of people responsible for putting these events together, and your support goes a long way to keeping our energy and keeping these amazing events coming to you. Brittany Bryant to break, trailing 3-1 in the second set. Making balls, Eric.
Yeah, 2 ball down. No shot on the 1, but first chance at safe here for Bryant.
Not the most fortunate leaves on the 1 ball, but I do like the opportunity to maybe get that cue ball locked behind the 8. There may be better options.
Yeah, she just hasn't been able to get her in those tight spots on the safes. Hasn't really left anything, but little chances like that where she could have got her behind the 8 more really matter, like against the top player against against a top player like Jasmin. The speed here looks okay.
Maybe a little short, judging by the body language from Jasmin.
Brian can bring the cue ball back to where it is now. Shot.
Yeah, good bit of traffic. There is a 1-rail escape, but I do like the look of a jump shot here. The one is available. Or is it to the top left corner? Ooh, might not be. Oh, it's not.
Yeah, Jasmin's very strong with the jump cue. Gets her out of a lot of bad spots. She can hit the left side of the one here and try to leave the cue ball up table and create distance with the one coming back down. A lot of control here. It's going to be another chance for Bryant now.
This is a chance. And these are the moments that you just hope for when you're at this scoreline, Eric.
Could play into the 5, but no guarantees on position on that one.
No, that is the direction the cue ball is going to want to travel. If she can draw into it.
It's a good shot. Didn't really have much else there, so leaving some distance. But nicely on the 4. Not much to do with the cue ball here.
Wow.
Got it down.
God, her experience really showing here, Eric. The composure at the scoreline that she's facing, second to none. This is brilliant stuff.
Straighten up to come back past the side pocket.
Ooh.
Yeah, long stretch. Cross table. Similar to a shot that Jasmin had in rack number 1 of this match. Gonna have to power up at the bridge here.
Some players just not a fan of the bridge. Others, well, they use it like a third arm.
Well, we do play a bit of snooker in Canada, and I've seen her on the snooker tables before, so she knows how to use a bridge. Beautifully played.
Made that look so much easier than it was as well. Not just the technical difficulty of the shot, but just where we are in the match as well, Eric.
It was tough to hold that one. I don't know if she has the pocketing angle now.
Oh,
Doesn't.
Brittany.
I wonder if she has enough of it to even bank at it.
I was going to say, I know. The quality of snooker in Canada, one of my favourite players. Liv Thorman hailing from over there. But how's the bank game in Canada?
It's not one of our biggest games. Gonna play safe.
Ooh, clip the 10. Ooh. Oh, unfortunate. Half a ball roll, Eric, would have changed the whole aspect of Brittany's last shot. This, oh, it looks a bit awkward where the cue has to come over just the edge of the corner pocket.
This is tough, no doubt. Big distance. Doesn't have it. Another distance shot for Bryant now.
Yep, same calm, composed Brittany. This could be a big moment for her in the second set. That wasn't far away. The 9-ball looked like it was going to roll center table and be very difficult for Jasmin, but I think the thin cut is on where that 9-ball has decided to stop.
Yeah, Jasmin's going to try to cut this one in. It's missable, thin in distance. That's not there. Second match winner miss for, really third match winner miss for Jasmin now.
Yeah, that finish line just out of her reach at the moment. Brittany really needed to get a chance in this rack. She's actually had 3, truth be told. Just wasn't able to complete the pattern last visit. But now she has a good look at the 10 to bring the scoreline back to 3-2. And, well, anything's possible. She will come back to the table for the break. So this 10.
Got it. Still in there.
Yes, she is indeed, and that does bring a well-deserved round of applause. She's stuck in. She's held her nerve. And the scoreline back to 3-2 in this second set. And she will have the break. Just a little look across at our other table, table 2. Well, Xiaofang Fu of China has taken the third rack in the second set. She now leads 2-1 against Kristina Zlateva and is also winning 1-0. So the Bulgarian is going to have to turn it on a little. That match being brought to you with our colleagues Aya Sarabi and Chris Reinhold, bringing you the comms on that one. And there may be chance after this just to catch the end of that one for our viewers at home. But please do make sure you stick to table 1, where we will be bringing you men's semi-finals up next. I haven't seen, oh, it's just been announced, the table numbers. On this table, it will be FSR taking on Albin Ouschan. And on our other table will be Aloysius Yap, taking on Victor Zelensky. So their matches have been announced. Brittany with one of the biggest breaks of her tournament so far, trailing 3-2 in this race to 4 second set.
Nothing down this time. No offense for Jasmin, but a good chance to line up the 1 and the 3 here.
Jasmin just not able to get over the finish line in the last rack. She is a very experienced and accomplished player. It will not faze her too much, but you can't help but think it will just be a little echo of the last rack in her mind.
Yeah, the obvious save here is behind the 3. It looks like Jasmin might be looking for something a little more aggressive, but I think she's going to settle on that.
Yeah, leaves the 1 rail escape. Double hit.
Yeah, good contact, distance.
And a little tricky spot for the cue ball as well.
It's tougher to go behind the 3 this time.
Extension.
Cue ball's kind of playing into it rather than behind it.
9 balls.
Yeah, I agree. I heard a call of a side pocket. I don't know if that was the one to leak in between the 8 and the 4.
She could have got behind it. Overhit the speed. Behind the 9 now for Bryant.
Yeah, this would be a nice shot. She can lock the cue ball up, rail and 9 together. Just ask a few questions of Ouschan's escape play.
Oh, worst result there. Didn't want to catch the double kiss, and that's a mistake from Bryant. Jasmin's still going to have to deal with the 3 ball. See if she gets aggressive and wants to play at the 3-9 combo here.
Yeah, just needed to avoid the one on the way back up the table and couldn't, or didn't rather. But that 3 is still going to pose a little problem for Jasmin.
Combos lined up decently. Only worry would be the distance from the 3 to the 9. I think she has to go here. Try to stay on offense. Match winning opportunity again. She's looking below it, like she's going to try to draw 2 rails involving the short rail and come underneath it. Can work.
Coming in hot. Got a clip of the 9. Hasn't finished with an open shot. Would have liked to have hit that 9 full in the face and stuck down there for the long 3. But Jasmin can certainly look to put Brittany back in some trouble here. I do like trying to get the cue ball behind the 10.
I agree. Play behind a ball that's near a rail. Looks like she's going to play the more conservative save here. This works.
Yeah, the only problem is the 3's still not makeable. So something's still going to need to be done. Hopefully it's going to move now.
3 balls on the pocket.
Yeah, the conservative side of this was that Bryant should be on a very high percentage hit here. See if she can come up with something. Oh, she could get behind the 5, but she's not going to. It's tight there, Gethin. She might have just edged her.
There was a couple of claps. I don't know if that was from the people who were perfectly in the line.
Yeah, looks like she has it. Chance for Jasmin again. Look out, 7. Ooh. She's under drawn it regardless. She's too thin in the side here. Things going sideways for Jasmin now.
It is a big shrug of the shoulders as well. Probably just emphasizing that point to us at home. Looking to bring that 8 into play. Hasn't. And now that 10 ball looks even bigger to aim behind.
Yeah, chance for Brian to get her in a real bad spot here. He's been a little off on the pinpoint part of the safes in this match. This would be a great time to really get her locked up. Shot, no jump. Multiple rails going to be needed. Does have a look off the top short rail, one rail. So she's going to take it.
And that could be a very good save from Brittany here. Difficult to get anything good from the cue ball. She picks up the edge. Legal shot. Not straightforward for Brittany, but she's been certainly taking on pots like this with great success so far. Position's going to be the next question.
Yeah, I wonder how close the cue ball's running to the side here if she plays the corner. It's definitely going near there.
Extension.
Yeah, and for another time, just as she gets down on the ball, the shot clock starts beeping, and quite wisely gets back up and calls the extension. Big shot here. Position on the 5 would be beautiful for her.
Good shot. Too much angle to roll straight through, but she can cross over the 6 now. And out of nowhere, a chance to make the second set hill-hill.
I do love the drama.
Yeah, a few chances for Jasmin to close it out. Brittany hanging in as best she can. Oh, she was wide on that one, but it got it down.
Little heart in the mouth moment as I saw that 5 ball coming quite perpendicular to the rail. Made a little straight on the green 6 here, but still got a bit of angle to work with.
Shot powered out of it nicely. Straight on the 7 now.
When I mentioned her composure, Eric, this has taken some grit and determination to stick with it in the second set, especially after the start that Jasmin got off to. There's a confident shot for you.
Yeah, could have rolled that one in, but hit it nice and aggressively.
Jasmin, again, with the experience, she'll have been here plenty of times before. The head will not be dropping. And I doubt she's preparing for a third set as of yet. She's just looking for one more chance at the table. Brittany will be hoping it's not this time. She's got a big shot to pull on this 9 now, though.
Good shot, getting off the rail nicely.
Brittany Bryant from Canada, the 28-year-old, has brought this second set back to a thrilling finale. Scoreline back to 3 apiece and sticking in there. And now with the break, there's a chance to maybe take this second set and bring us through to a deciding third set. You just hear some applause from the match next door. Well, that was because Xiaofang Fu was able to take that second set 4-1 quite comfortably and has booked her place in the final. That will will take place at 3:30 local time today. The big question, who will she meet? Will it be the Canadian or the Austrian? I have to say, if this goes Brittany's way, who knows what momentum she'll bring into the third set. So, Bryant to break, locked at 3 apiece. Hill, second set.
Nothing down this time, so Jasmin will have a chance here.
Yeah, the one ball looked like it was going in the right direction. Maybe not with enough energy, but the 5 said no. Jasmin with a tough one if she wants to take this on. But if the 2 does pass, the 6, as you can see, it certainly passes into this bottom right corner. She may feel some value in going for it. However, will the scoreline suggest that she needs to tighten up a little bit?
Yeah, position's tough here. She can't avoid the scratch going across table to the right long rail. 2 has both bottom pockets. I like staying on offense. She is going very close to the right middle with the cue ball if she tries it in the corner. I really believe she can beat the scratch to the left, though. Elevate out of it. Safe here, Gethin. It's not going to work out.
No, it's not. How did the 2 dress up with the 6? Does it go? Brittany seems to think so. That would suggest from her body language.
Yeah, it's going to be moved here. And it is available. 9 balls on the lower half of the table. Some tight cue ball movement, but every ball does have a pocket. Real tight on the 3 here if it's not available on the top right. He did have a look at that.
Jasmin having a little chat with herself. Maybe not the right shot selection. She did have, as you pointed out, Eric, a couple of chances to take this match. Wasn't to be. Now she sat in a chair with a little mutter to herself at 3-3 in the second set. Three's not available, so I would expect Brittany not to push the cue ball up behind some trouble. Just like that.
Yeah, short rail start here for Jasmin. 2 rails towards the 3. Nothing really to hide behind up table if she does hit it. Good save here from Brittany. She's hit the 8.
Oh, she did. Coco quickly calling the foul and waiting for the balls to stop. Our young lady from Sydney, Australia. She does a fantastic job. One of the fans' favourites here in the all-black uniform. And that was a great safety from Brittany, rewarding her with ball in hand. This is going to be, you'd have to say, the best opportunity that she's going to get to stay in this match. How is she left on the 4? Can she draw back underneath the 5?
If she will. Really back from nowhere here. Brittany with a chance to win the set.
Oof. This is a tricky 5. I'm just wondering, did she look at locking the cue ball up behind the 8? I fancy her going for this. She's eyeing up the potting angle. I think she was looking at where the cue ball was going to contact the 8.
Extension.
Yeah, pressure shot of the rack here coming. I believe she can follow through it. I don't think she has to stun around the 8 or anything.
And that will be the only jeopardy in this shot if she's to make it up the rail. It's on its way, Eric. And that cue ball, as you suggested, avoiding the 8. Jasmin with an intent look at Brittany there.
Gonna have to draw straight back now. Slightly underdrawn. Don't believe the 7's available in the right middle. Can still put Jasmin in a bad spot here. Just has to regroup.
Playing the 7 into the 8 will guarantee where the 7 will end up, and that will give her a good target to aim for with the cue ball behind the 9. She's going the other way. Oh, I think that should have come underneath the 10. To be honest, this is an opportunity.
Just trying to get it underneath there.
A big exhale from Jasmin. She's been here before. This, not a straightforward 7 by any stretch of the imagination. It may even force her to play safe, but I was going to say, I can't imagine she'll want to risk anything if she doesn't feel it's on. Is that safe?
Choose the left edge. Gonna try to get the 7 underneath the 9-10 again. No coverage, but a safe spot here.
Yeah, good distance.
Yeah, Jasmin can pull out a game-winning save, possibly.
Maybe looking to play something similar to last time. Or is she going to try and thin?
I mean, the aggressive play is cue ball behind the 9, and that could be a match winner. I don't mind trying it. She did and caught it thick. And Brian's going to have a chance now.
Jasmin's frustration on full display. I can't help but think that will only empower Brittany a little bit more here.
Good shot. Oh. Too much angle to hold one rail. And she's straight in on the 8 here for a set win. What a turn of events, Gethin.
Absolutely. Well, we know what this lady is capable of. Currently unbeaten throughout her tournament here in St. Louis, Missouri. And she's looking to keep that unbeaten stretch going. Maybe slightly bolstered by the fact she's already beaten Jasmin in this tournament at the winners' qualification stage. And And this is looking great, Eric. This 10 ball to take us to a deciding set. Brittany Bryant, ladies and gentlemen, 28 years of age from Canada, holding her composure, maintaining her unbeaten run so far. She takes the second set. We will go through to a decider, and we'll be back with you after the timeout from our players to find out which one of these players will meet Xiaofang Fu in our Seyberts Women's 10 Ball Open Final. Don't go anywhere. We will be back very shortly.
The defending champion, Ouschan, and FSR, who won the 8-ball World Championship in 2022. So a battle of past champions, but only one will move on to the finals, which is set for this evening. So glad you guys are here, and it is going to be a lot of fun and something very special to be a part of. A World Championship here in St. Louis.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and what a semi-final we have here for you all at the Seyberts Women's 10-Ball Open. For those of you just joining us, we are tied at 1 set apiece. Jasmin Ouschan taking the opening set 4-1 and running away in the second set with a 3-0 lead. Brittany Bryant clawing back and taking the second set. My name's Gethin Davis, back in the box with me for this exciting climax. Eric Horlifson, welcome back, Eric.
Yeah, good to be with you. Jasmin reeling a bit here. Gonna have the first shot at set number 3.
Yeah. And she did have opportunities in that second set to close it out. Wasn't able to take it.
Ball's moving away from the 2. Can slow roll it. It's not there. Gonna cover it. Jump opportunity for Bryant now.
Yeah, she's
Shied away from the jump cue in a couple spots, Gethin. I'm surprised, really. Might have this one, actually.
She did make.
Yeah, she does.
Oh, she does. I was going to say she did make a fantastic jump earlier on in the opening set. Bit thin on the 2.
Forced to bank this one. Wants to keep the pressure on Jasmin. Wide.
Oh, and it's come right back across the table, Eric, for Jasmin to take on. We already have the other place in the final decided. Xiaofang Fu of China beating Kristina Zlateva. And for viewers joining us, looking for the men's semi-final, well, we're going to wait until this semi-final has completed for the men's semi-finals to kick off in the WPA World 8-Ball Championships. And let me tell you, it's going to be well worth the wait if this match is going to live up to the expectations it's currently set.
Yeah, they did go to a shootout in their first meeting in this tournament. The score is tied at 3 each in this third set. We will be going to a shootout.
Yeah, I believe Brittany took that one 4-2, the shootout. And I don't think my nails will last long enough for that, Eric.
Yeah, I think Brittany's been perfect in both her shootouts. Hasn't missed a shootout shot yet. Yeah, has been trapped with the cue ball playing towards the side here. Just not quite getting on at the moment. She's going to leave the 3.
She is. She is indeed. And if Brittany can just freeze the cue ball as much as possible, she'll be guaranteed on the 4.
Yeah, 6-8 combo is very makeable.
Oh, may have got away with it.
Yeah, big speed.
Or has she?
Have to be targeted perfectly here. She's covered the 3. Oh, there's a window in between it, and Jasmin can get her in a bad spot now. Choice of one or two rails here, up the short rail. Prefer the two rail myself, and she is going to go that way. Good contact.
Oh, good solid hit. Did that leak far enough to see the top left corner past the 7? Jasmin's having a real close look at this one. I think it's on.
Yeah, just called it in the corner. Cue ball's running into the 7. Gonna have to draw back behind it. Not there again, and gonna leave another chance for Bryant now.
Well, Jasmin at 3-0 up in the second set must have thought she was going to have enough time to get back to her room, refresh, gather herself. And if she was already checking out somewhat, she now finds herself with a rude awakening. Especially as Brittany's played that cue ball to perfection.
Yeah, looking good here in rack number 1, and this will be the 5th game on the trot for Bryant if she's able to get these down.
And that cue ball's hugged the long rail coming down there. Didn't get a bounce off. May have a little angle to work with, but would ideally like to get the cue ball close to the 6 if she wants to take on the combination.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to be able to. The 6 is lined up decently with the 8. Just going to have to get us any kind of combo. You definitely want to be close to it. Completely straight, where she's going to have maximum distance now.
This is a tricky one to get your account underway in this third deciding set. But fortune favors the brave, Eric. And at this stage, this is where you need to be brave.
Does have to cut the 6 a little bit. Shots like this, you can kind of just picture overcutting the pocketing angle. Not there.
No, and look where the 6 has remained. Exactly where Brittany would have wanted it.
Ball's going to be back in the path of position for the 7. Play near middle table. Give yourself a cut angle. Nicely done.
Well, I'm just wondering, Eric, is taking the opening rack a jinx in this match? Because Brittany took the opening rack in the first. Jasmin took that set. Jasmin took the opening, in fact, the opening 3 in the second. Bryant came back strong.
This might not be down, and Jasmin is completely falling apart here.
Wow. I agree. Up until 3-0 up in the second set, she was nigh on flawless world top-class pool. But the moment and occasion, she's just started to falter a little, and you need to recollect herself. But more importantly, for the Canadian, Brittany Bryant, these are the chinks in the armour and the opportunities she's indeed looking for. and maybe exploited in their previous encounter. Taking that very nicely, Eric.
Yeah, Brittany's comfort level is definitely going to go up here. This will be her first overall lead in the match.
Agreed.
And pushing towards that 3-score line, guaranteeing herself a shootout. It's going Brian's way at the moment.
I mentioned it in the second set when Brittany just started to mount her comeback. The poise and the patience and the composure is really what has kept her in this match. And that has obviously come through a lot of experience, but it's much easier to say it than to do it. And both these players fighting for a place in the final now. They will meet Xiaofang Fu of China, who played a tremendous match against Kristina Zlateva, the Bulgarian. Well, we look at the live statistics there, just to let you know, following on from this match, we will be jumping straight into the Yalin WPA Men's World 8-Ball Championship semi-finals. On this table, we'll have Francisco Sanchez Ruiz taking on Albin Ouschan, the defending champion. And on table 2, another monster lineup, Aloysius Yap taking on Victor Zelinsky. And Victor, well, bouncing high after the Poison mixed doubles final yesterday, winning with Sosoa. Ready to break.
Down again, but nothing on the one for Jasmin. Thin one on the side. Looks to be too thin at first glance. Wonder if she can bank the one in between the 3-8. Pretty tight there. She could play the cue ball behind the 8. Could even bank the one into the 3-10. Stick the cue ball. Safer play there.
Yeah, certainly escapable one rail, but difficult to judge where both one and cue ball will end up. Maybe a small chance. She pots the one in the corner. She has called it just in case. She's made 7, Eric.
Yeah, no way to foresee making the 7. Jasmin back at the table now.
Jasmin has, in balance, been having the better of the safety encounters between the two. But Brittany has a very strong escape game.
Contact, and the 1's going to freeze up to the 9. Nothing for Jasmin here.
Oh, it has. And if there were any If there was a scent of frustration from Jasmin, small little rolls like this will only mount that frustration. Can only work to Brittany's benefit, in my view.
Yeah, not really much for Jasmin here. I was thinking about something off the left side of the 1 and trying to hide the cue ball near the 10. That's really about it. Looks like she's thinking about the bright side of it. Oh, that's a smart shot. Great shot there. I didn't even see that one.
No, she played that well. Called the 9 in the side pocket as a bit of backup, as insurance rather. But what that 9 has done is made that 2-4 cluster even trickier.
Jump safe here for Bryant. Trying to create distance, ideally landing the cue ball behind the 10. She has. She's opened it up and she's blocked the 1.
Oh, that's a great result, Eric. A great result. Good cue ball too. Makes us wonder why she didn't bring her jump stick out for a few of the other shots, but she's been very successful with her escapes.
Contact for Ocean, but she's going to leave the 1.
Oh, that was a difficult jump, Eric, just to get over the 10.
Yeah, Jasmin's really good at those close distance jumps. But another chance for Bryant to create more separation.
I can only speak from my own experience, Eric, but if you'd have sat me in a chair against Jasmin Ouschan, trailing 3-0 in the second set, having lost the opening set, I really wouldn't have felt any confidence at all coming to the table. But look at Brittany's composure. I hate to keep going on about it, but as you mentioned, it's probably the deepest that she's been, and well, it looks like she was always here, Eric.
Yeah, she's held up real well under a bunch of pressure in the second set. She's starting to gain some confidence now.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if sat in your chair, or even when you're at the table looking at Jasmin just having a little mutter to herself, if that just gives your belief a little jolt in the right direction, that maybe psychologically it's just starting to get to your opponent. We know Jasmin has certainly overcome bigger obstacles, but it's always different in the moment. How is she for this 5-6, Eric? Is there an angle to work with?
Yeah, she's going towards the 6. Looks like she can draw straight back. Shot.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Keeping her pace as well, not rushing. When the finishing line comes in sight, doesn't seem to phase her at all. Same routine, proving very well.
Oh, doesn't want to get on top of it here. Might have been playing back to the side. It's possible. She was. I don't think she was, Gethin.
She'll take it.
I mean, landed perfect, really.
Can follow through off the long rail, back across the table, you thinking?
Yeah, she's okay. She's straight enough that she can get reasonably close to the 9 here. This is to force one game away from being guaranteed a shootout. She's been deadly in the shootout so far in this tournament, but she'll be looking to win this set outright.
I completely agree. Brittany Bryant, unbeaten in this tournament so far, looking to keep that run going. This 10-ball will really put it in the right direction for her, taking a 2-0 lead in this third and deciding set, and looking for a place in the final. A matchup against Xiaofang Fu of China. We mentioned, following on from this, will be the Yalin WPA Men's World 8-Ball Championship semi-finals. We are on finals day, and on this table, FSR will be taking on Albin Ouschan, the defending champion and sister of Jasmin Ouschan, for those who weren't aware. And on table 2, Aloysius Yap taking on Victor Zelensky. And we just have a look at the live statistics, and, well, real big swing back in favor of Brittany. And what does Jasmin do here, Eric? What must she be telling herself?
I mean, she just has to remind herself of how much of a class player she is, and just get one game back at a time. I mean, she's lost 6 games in a row now and made multiple mistakes over the course of them, and those are tough to forget. But she's down in the semifinals in this tournament, and it's no time to give up. Not saying she ever would, but just has to find a way to really turn things around here.
Yeah, I completely agree. And as she demonstrated in the opening 2 sets, up until the 4th rack in that second set, she's been playing flawless. And really, you'd have to have said, if she were to take in the second set at that point, we would have said fully deserved. However, how times have changed. Brittany Bryant breaking, leading 2-0, race to 4, deciding set.
Oh, she hit those well, but didn't get one down. But the 7's going to get in the way of the 1. Really couldn't have hit him much better there, Gethin.
No. Jasmin without a full look at the 1, though, if at all. Real first opportunity if she wanted to go for the pot, but the cue ball is very likely to be running into trouble.
I actually like trying to kick this in here. If she doesn't make it, the cue ball, the object, 1 ball, pardon me, can go to the long rail and back to where it is. Just going to take a defensive approach here. Cue ball nice and tight to the rail. Pretty big wall of balls over on the left side of the table. Have to play some right spin on the cue ball to really get the cue ball on the left side. Tough when you're off the rail and at distance like this. Maybe just a trace of right will do. Don't mind her giving it back, especially considering Jasmin's been struggling a little bit. Jasmin's going to try to get behind the stack.
Tracking towards the 9. Took a nice bump on the 9, which avoided finding the window for the 1.
Jump cue now for Bryant. Not much for jump safe here. Gonna have to kind of go all in and take a low percentage chance of comboing the 2 in. She does hit it on the left side of the 1. She'll create distance.
10 ball.
The 10 ball is blocking the top right, bottom right. It's a good shot. Not going to pay off.
Yeah, very unfortunate on the leave for the 1. Looked like it was tracking towards getting a chunk of the 10, but avoided it, came underneath and then contacted the 10, which has left it hanging over the pocket. So an easy opener for Jasmin, but not a straightforward pattern.
Two to the 3 is going to be the toughest positional play here. Nicely done. Looks like the 4 passes the 8 into the top left.
Yeah, not much needed doing with the cue ball, especially as a stop shot on the 4 will leave her good for the 5. Good opportunity for Ouschan here, just to stop the rotter, so to speak.
See how much room the 5 has past the 6. Yes, it seems okay with that.
Yeah, she didn't finish straight on this 4. Would have made it easier to just play a stop shot then for the 5. Now forced to go out center table. And it does indeed pass the 6. Great opportunity for Jasmin here just to rekindle that sense of belief.
Got it down. See if she thinks about playing the 8 in the side. It's pretty sharp, and she'll have to hit it with a bit of speed to get back for the 9. Favoring the corner on the 8 would be the play.
Yeah, I'm with you, Eric. We've seen quite a couple of shots missed into these side pockets. Beautiful Predator arc table is not necessarily so forgiving. And that is quite an acute angle. I would much prefer the corner as well, Eric.
Playing nicely to the left here. Little into the bottom right corner, if anything, so just stun out of it over to the right long rail.
Oof. Caught the long rail first there, Eric. Pocket speed helped. Have a look there. Above the first diamonds, but played very well. And now this 9 to get shape on the 10. And just to stop that run of 6 racks from Brittany Bryant. Cue ball.
Wow.
I was about to kick off that potted 10 ball with "you can never count Jasmin Ouschan out," But she did not shift, and she gave that cue ball the most horrifying stare. I would have been scared if I was the cue ball, and it didn't drop.
Yeah, well, she overcut the 10 by a fair bit. Wasn't afraid of playing across table, but caught it so thinly that almost caught the scratch there. So Jasmin stopping the onslaught.
Yeah, very timely, Eric. Very, very timely. That would have been Brittany Bryant on the hill. Now, 2-1 with the break. Gives her a chance to start building momentum back in her favour. Her break percentages are not really up where she wants them. But she will be breaking, trailing 2-1 in this deciding set for a place in the Seyberts Women's 10-ball final.
Nothing down. Looks like the 1 might finish over the side, and it has. And a good chance for Bryant to get on the hill now. Really stop position for the first 4 balls here.
Yeah, the break really not working for Jasmin in necessarily the way it has worked in earlier matches. I did mention before at the start of the match she was really struggling with the break in early match of this tournament, but through her safety game, grit, determination and quality in amongst the balls was able to come through that. But it does make it that bit trickier if you're not making balls off the break, Eric.
Yeah, and she's hitting them with good speed and pretty good accuracy. But I don't believe there's been one break and run in the whole match. Mainly due to the break success being pretty low.
This would be a great time to put in a dry break and run. And if anything, you would say the 6 to the 7 needs to be particular, but where the cue ball is now, you'd feel she'd be able to track that cue ball over to the left side of the 7. Yep, purposely came this side of the 5, so the cue ball will now naturally track over towards the 6. Does want to leave an angle, and that may just mean she needs to flirt with the 9 ball. Hopefully not.
Yeah, I actually don't mind taking more angle like she is looking at now, and then possibly coming over to the short side, depending on the angle she gets on the 6. Gonna have to drop this one in slowly, but she can slow the cue ball down with the second rail here.
Oh,
And the 10, I think, Geffen, she is.
oh no. That is unfortunate indeed. Called the 7 bottom right. Rail first. This would bring the house down.
It's going to end up safe. Jasmin will ideally want to be rolling the cue ball behind the 10 here. I believe it is straight enough.
A little bit of disbelief from Brittany with the position of that cue ball, but she has got away with it.
Yeah, it's not straight enough to roll behind the 10, so Jasmin going to have to come up with something here.
Also, just letting our viewers know, the second of the semi-finals, Aloysius Yap against Victor Zielinski, has kicked off over on our other table. Aloysius Yap taking a 3-1 lead already. That will not be good enough. She was caught sort of between two shots there, it appears, Eric, and just didn't make either of them.
Yeah, long distance now for Brian, but a chance to be guaranteed a shootout here. Has to avoid the 9-10 coming back towards the 8.
Shots there, I reckon. Just didn't make either of them.
He's got it, and the cue ball's okay.
Oh, that was a pressure pot, Eric, by no stretch of the imagination. You would arguably say they all are, but that one especially so, knowing that this rack will get you on the hill against one of the top players in the world at the moment, the reigning world 8-ball champion, Jasmin Ouschan. What grit from Brittany here. Hadn't seen her play before today, Eric. She has jumped right up on my hit list. Oh, there we have it. Brittany Bryant from Canada getting to the hill first in this deciding third set. And, oh, Eric, what a swing we've been through in this match. For our viewers who are just joining us, the opening set, well, Brittany Bryant got one on the board. Jasmin replied with 4 to take the opening set 4-1. She then continued winning the next 3. Went 3-0 up in the second set, and Brittany Bryant dug deep, got back into it, and maybe with a little bit of fortune in spots, took the second set 4-3, and now in this third set has got to the hill, and will ask all the questions of Jasmin. And as Eric said, this is called the double hill, because she's guaranteed at least a shootout if Jasmin brings it back to 3 apiece. So, well, this has turned out even more exciting than I anticipated, Eric. This is fantastic.
Yeah, Brian's in the driver's seat now. Looking to reach her first Pro Billiards Series final since Las Vegas in 2022.
I only have Canada down on her bio. Where does she hail from? Where will everyone be tuning in from in Canada today, Eric?
Guelph, Ontario. It's about an hour outside of Toronto. I've actually known her since she was about 15, Gethin. She was a great junior player. Really works hard at the game. Canada's not a nationally funded country, so she works part-time to support traveling to events.
Incredible.
Really happy to see her doing well.
Yeah, and you mentioned a couple of her wins through the journey she's taken to get here. There's some of the biggest names in pool that she's been able to take down. She's already taken Jasmin down once in this tournament in the winners' qualification. Now they meet each other in the semi-finals. It's really exciting stuff. Their last encounter went to a shootout. Brittany really looking to avoid that if she can. Although, as you mentioned, Eric, flawless in shootout so far.
Yeah, not just winning them both, not missing a shot yet. So she'll have that in the back of her mind here. Definitely looking to avoid it.
Flawless in shootout so far.
Just got the 2.
At that pace as well, to hold for the 3. Natural to come off the long rail, back out again for the 4. She is digging deep and, wow, has massaged a beautiful opportunity here.
Yeah, what a way to close this match out with a break and run, possibly.
Yeah, against players of Jasmin's caliber, if you can keep them in their chair, that is the best policy. You know, if Jasmin were to get back to the table, she is not afraid to dig deep. So this, really good opportunity for Brittany to keep her sat in the chair and to book her place in the final.
Into the 8, but looks like it's going to be okay. Drawing away from the 8 now. Might be forced to a bit of a pinch draw here for the 8 in the side.
Oh, the crowd have gone quiet. The anticipation. Ooh. And what did the 10 say?
It's close to blocking her. Jasmin down on her knees.
Yeah, she was looking to bring the cue ball off the long rail back out for the 8. As you mentioned, just needed to do a little bit more with the cue ball than she ideally would have hoped. Looks like she's just left Jasmin with a tricky look at the 5 here. Maybe a masse around the 10. As you can see there, it's close, but not close enough. This is a great camera angle, Eric.
Yeah, it looks like she doesn't have to spin it that much. Good shot. Ball's going to be playing around into the 9 now. She can play it with some left spin to shorten it up. Into the 9 now.
Oh, 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 oh. Whoa. Dicing with death in the side pocket. Got away with it. Got away with it.
He'd be one of the best potters in the game.
And on the hill. So she needs to win this one and get something from her break in the next to take us to a shootout. And that will do it. Coco there, looking to just get the balls together to rack for the next rack. And have a quick look over at the men's semi-final that is underway. The match waiting to start will be between Francisco Sanchez-Ruiz and Jasmin Ouschan. That will take place after this match. But over on table 2, Aloysius Yap is 4-1 up on Victor Zelensky. Victor Zelensky, well, he picked up the Poison Mixed Doubles Championship yesterday title with So-Soa, beating Xiaofang Fu and Justin Bergman in the final. And he picked up a pretty prize of $40,000. The winner of this Seyberts women's event, well, $27,000, and that is a pretty penny. That's what these girls are fighting for. Jasmin, well, she will never give up the fight as she settles down to break in a must-win rack for her to take us through to a shootout.
These girls have played before. That's been. She will never give up the fight. So puts down to break in a must-win rack for her to
Up
take us
down
through to
again
a
for
shootout.
Jasmin.
Whoa. I truly do not think she could hit it any harder. Look at her body here. Really everything into that break. That one ball looks like it's tracking towards the corner, but didn't have the energy. What can Brittany do here, Eric?
She has the right edge. Going to try to line up the cue ball with the 7.
That one ball looks like it's tracking towards
5
the
could come
corner.
into play as well.
Didn't have the energy. Brittany do here, Eric.
Hard on the speed. Bank's not on, but good safe opportunity for Jasmin here. Banking the 1 near the 6 and trying to line the cue ball up at the 7.
It's not on, but it's on.
Shot there.
Yeah, that'll work. That will work indeed. I'm wondering if Brittany would be forced into the jump, but as we've mentioned, she's more than happy to use her playing stick to get out of these positions. She just find it with the 1 rail here.
Yeah, it's tight past the 4, but I think there is a lane. Shot.
Finally with the 1 rail here.
Covering the 1 with the 9 here. 8's covering the bottom left. Jasmin can play the cue ball behind the 8 now. Having a look at the pocketing angle. Might want to step out here, give herself a chance at winning the rack.
Yeah. He has been electing again not to pull the trigger, but this time, not only has she left a good look at this 1 ball, it is available to the bottom left corner. It's quite thin.
Yeah, Brittany's going to have to run the cue ball into the 8, but that's a positive. She'll be able to slow it down that way. Possible to get position here.
There are safeties available if she doesn't feel there's value in it. She could put the cue ball behind the 8. Oh, she has done. It's escapable.
Yeah, small advantage to Bryant now. Oh, that's a good shot from Jasmin there. Full coverage on the 1. Bryant's going to be able to hit it off the left long rail. Ideally going to be able to want to hit enough of it that she can get the cue ball behind the 3 here.
Shot from Jasmin there. Full coverage on the 1. Hit it off the left wall.
Call it in the top right. Just got it behind the 2, Gethin.
Yep. And that is jumpable. But Jasmin looking to come off the short rail first. The offensive shot would certainly be the jump, as the pot is on.
Short rail first.
liked her jumping at this. She had some thoughts of a kick, but a very makeable jump here. Got it.
That little nudge on the 6 did not help, but it hasn't gone safe, so she still has a look at the 2. Must be thinking that it's just not going all her way right now.
Yeah, she's definitely had some small rolls against her. Gonna leave this out in the open if the 5 doesn't cover it.
She grabs her other stick from under the table.
Looks like she has covered it, Captain.
Yeah, may need to come. I was thinking of coming underneath the 8, but she's going around the 9. And well, good things could come from this if she's able to make good contact on the blue 2. No, didn't. And by quite a margin, to be fair, Eric.
Yeah, I liked hitting that one with a little more speed, just lengthened out on her over the course of the path. A chance for Jasmin to force the shootout now. Just going to have to get straight on the 6 at some point in the rack. 3 and 4 will obviously be gone at that point, so decent chance here for Jasmin.
Well, some may say, Eric, that going on their last encounter in the winners' qualification, that there was maybe a sense of destiny that this match would go to a shootout. It did look like, well, it looked like in the second set it was all Jasmin, and it has looked like in this set that it could have been Brittany that prevented it from happening. However, Jasmin Ouschan at the table with an opportunity to do just that, and wouldn't she like to get revenge in the shootout?
Gonna have to stun below the 7-8 here. Gonna have to leave a little more distance than ideal on the 6. She's got too much angle to hold it up the left side now. How's the combo looking? Not great. She can cross it over 2 rails, but a lot more complicated with the cue ball here.
Good point, Eric. Not a foregone conclusion as of yet. Big shot required from Ouschan here. Makes it. How's the cue ball? Oh, beautifully
Good
done.
shot in the clutch from Jasmin under pressure here. Looking like a shootout now. 10 ball's not in the best position.
I think she'll want to just drop this 7 in to leave best chance of less distance between 8 and cue ball. Gently does it. Now, it's just going to be getting good shape on the 10 from the 9.
Doesn't want to be drawing straight back. It's close to straight, it is. Gonna have to follow through to the short side of it now.
on the edge of my seat, Eric. This 10 ball, to just show the grit and determination that Jasmin Ouschan has. Brittany has done her bit. Jasmin looking to do hers. This 10 to take us to a well-earned shootout for both these players. And she's done it, Eric. And both players looking to book a place in this Women's 10-ball Open final in a matchup with Xiaofang Fu. And, well, you mentioned it, Eric. So far, without putting too much pressure on Brittany, she has been flying in these shootout situations. It's not really a favorite of many players, but with a good high five between the two, we are going to get this underway. And Eric, this is as exciting as it gets.
It's going to be Brian to shoot first here. Small advantage, I feel, to the players shooting first. They are successful. A little more pressure on the second player. 4 shots to come here. If we're tied after 4 shots, we'll move the cue ball back to within a diamond and a diamond of the corner pocket. Oh, she's missed the first ball. And Jasmin gonna have the advantage now.
Yep. Jasmin will look to convert this one into a point and just ask a question of Brittany. That was the first one Brittany's finished in 3 shootouts. Ball pocket, Eric, and that's a green mark on the board for Ouschan.
Bryant really needs to keep her under pressure here. As we mentioned, she's been clutch in the shootouts. That was her first missed pot. 2 shootouts into this tournament. She's definitely practiced this shot and strong on execution. Just has to put it together here. Got it.
And a great round of applause, Eric. This could still go either way. It's on a nice edge. Jasmin, small advantage, but that could be lost if she isn't successful in potting this 10.
Shot down for Jasmin. I like the way she hit that one. Just floated it in medium speed. Didn't do anything extra with the cue ball. Center pocket.
All green so far for the Austrian. 1 red, 1 green for the Canadian. Brittany back to the table. She would love to see this 10 ball find gravity in this corner pocket.
Second shot down for Bryant. So Jasmin still with the match in her hands, but needs to make these last 2.
Oh, this is building up to a fantastic climax. Oh, the crowd silence. The shot clock just starting to beep during Jasmin's backswing. It did not make any difference. Successful 10 ball. Now, Brittany needs to make this 10 ball to stay in it. The crowd is silent, Eric. You can cut the air with a knife.
Yeah, huge pressure riding here. Match on the line. This ball has to go down. Got it. Good recovery after missing the first shot.
It's not over, Eric. This needs to be potted by Jasmin, and it will be to secure a place in the final against Xiaofang Fu. If she doesn't make it, and then we will continue this shootout. She's been 100% so far, Eric. All green. Wow, she did make it. A hand on the heart and a beautiful high five and hug from Brittany Bryant, who was unbeaten to this semi-final and has absolutely taken Jasmin all the way in this wonderful semi-final matchup. Exciting stuff. Commiserations to the Canadian. Jasmin Ouschan will take the second place in this final against Xiaofang Fu. She secures that second spot. And coming up next, we will have the action in the Yarlin WPA Men's World 8-Ball Championship, the semi-final between Francisco Sanchez Ruiz taking on Jasmin's brother and defending champion Albin Ouschan. Over on table 2, the match already underway between Aloysius Yap and Victor Zelensky. That score currently in Yap's favour, 6 racks to 1. As we just take a look at some of the shots. Can he massage an opportunity to take the 12 next? We can.